Hello everyone, this is the second part of my video about testosterone. If you haven't seen the first part yet, I recommend starting with it. We covered simple methods to boost testosterone by 20 to 50%. Here, we'll jump straight into more advanced strategies. Advanced level, a 50 to 200% increase. At this stage, hormone blood tests are essential. Indeed, if you're too lazy or afraid to go to the lab and give 20 milliliters of blood, it's better to stick with the methods from the first episode. The minimum set of tests shown on the screen: total testosterone, SHBG, LH, Prolactin, Estradiol. Increasing testosterone through estradiol. Estradiol is important for strong bones, good skin, libido, and intellect. It is created from testosterone in the male body, and typically, these two hormones are in a certain balance. Roughly 30 nanomoles of testosterone and 30 nanograms per liter of estradiol is normal, as is 35 to 35 or 20 to 20. The direct indication for reducing estradiol in men is when it exceeds the normal range. At that point, it doesn't matter what the testosterone level is, whether it's 20 nanomoles or even 200. There will be problems with blood pressure, mental health, and even the risk of developing gynecomastia, enlarged breasts. Staying on high estradiol for long periods, if you don't plan on gender change, is not a good idea. The most optimal solution is weight loss. The less fat, the lower the estradiol levels, but we discussed this earlier. It's also possible for some men to have a genetically strong conversion of testosterone to estradiol, even if they're lean. In such cases, anastrozole is used, a substance that lowers estradiol levels, allowing the body to produce a bit more testosterone. If a man has estradiol at, for example, 45 nanograms per liter, treatment starts with 0.5 milligrams of anastrozole. This is usually half a tablet every 2 to 3 days. After 2 weeks, estradiol and testosterone levels should be retested. This is a standard practice for treating high estradiol in men. Most likely, estradiol will be in the range of 25 to 35 nanograms per liter, and testosterone will increase by 15 to 20%. Some may say this is a small increase, but trust me, how you feel before with high estradiol and after it's normalized will pleasantly surprise you. Increasing testosterone by regulating SHBG. SHBG, sex hormone binding globulin, is a liver protein that makes sex hormones inactive. For example, if a man has SHBG at 20 and testosterone at 25, the active or free testosterone will be 0.716 thousandths of a nanomole per liter. If SHBG is 30, the free testosterone will be 0.595 nanomoles per liter, 15% lower, even with the same total testosterone level. Often, to lower high SHBG, the liver needs to be treated. There's a whole list of substances with allegedly unproven effectiveness: hepatoprotectors, as well as choleretic agents for high bilirubin levels. There are also other ways to manage SHBG, but they fall under the category of androgenic anabolic steroids. So, it's safer to act through improving liver function.
Bottle of insulin, $100. You got 4 boxes of Testosterone. There's 3 amps in a box, $30 on a box, $120. Bottle of D-Ball, $100. For your bit stits, I got your bottle of Rimidex, $200.
Increasing testosterone through LH. We've reached the most powerful method, LH, luteinizing hormone. It is the precursor to testosterone. Therefore, increasing LH will also increase testosterone, and as you've already understood, estradiol as well. At the moment, the most reliable way to increase testosterone without injections is clomiphene. It increases LH as an anti-estrogen. According to major reviews from the US, there are no serious side effects. Here's a study with 12,000 participants, and the quote says, "In men taking this medication, no increased risk of side effects was detected when using clomiphene at a dosage of 25 milligrams every other day. Testosterone, estradiol, and ELH increased proportionally about 50%. This is why you can't go without blood tests at this point. If LH is in the middle of the normal range, doctors typically prescribe a dosage of 25 milligrams every other day. If the clomiphene dosage is already 50 milligrams every other day, then on average, LH and testosterone, along with estradiol, will increase 2 to 2.5 times. This dosage is used if LH levels are lower than the middle of the normal range, but you'll most likely need to lower estradiol, since testosterone will rapidly increase and pull estradiol up with it. In the recent meta-analysis screenshot, everything is very clear as well. No matter which study you look at, testosterone increases by about 70% from clomiphene, in some cases almost 3 times. So, the fact that testosterone will increase is true for probably 97% of men. Still, you should factor in the 3% risk of testicular cancer or secondary hypogonadism. A commonly mentioned side effect of clomiphene is reduced libido, though it doesn't occur in everyone. For some, this could even be a pleasant bonus. It could be due to the mechanism of clomiphene itself, as it blocks estrogen receptors in the brain, which are associated with libido, or it could be the negative effect of ZU, a component of clomiphene, which acts like estrogen in the body and has a long half-life. Raising testosterone through prolactin. For fans of psychostimulants, this is the most advanced option at the moment. Like estradiol, prolactin is considered a female hormone, although it is, of course, necessary for men as well. Prolactin, when it's at the upper range of normal, lowers testosterone, motivation, and sexual drive. Prolactin can be called the antagonist of dopamine. Emotional burnout, by the way, is also linked to high prolactin in men. It's reasonable to lower prolactin only if it's in the upper 30% of the normal range, or even higher. This is done with cabergoline or bromocriptine. Typically, they use 0.125 to 0.25 milligrams every 7 to 10 days. Cabergoline is a D2 dopamine receptor agonist, so if you have high prolactin and start taking cabergoline, be prepared to feel as though you are on psychostimulants. It's not cabergoline. It's more like feeling as if some kind of drug was added during manufacturing. Many fans of high doses of caffeine, pre-workouts, or banned substances may have high prolactin and not even realize it. Okay, you've got a general idea of how to increase testosterone in men without consequences. Now let's break down my own case for a more practical understanding. Different laboratories in different countries use different units of measurement, but you can easily convert one unit to another using an online calculator. My initial tests without any medications are as follows. As you can see, total testosterone is high, but free testosterone is relatively low. We also see high SHBG and high estradiol. I want to point out that this SHBG is not related to liver problems. It's simply a feature of my hormonal system. It was decided to lower estradiol with anastrozole and increase LH with clomiphene. An increase in LH equals an increase in testosterone production. The medication doses at this stage were 25 milligrams of clomiphene every other day and 0.5 milligrams of anastrozole daily. As a result, as you can see, free testosterone became very high, and I could have stopped there if not for the high estradiol. It was decided to keep clomiphene. 25 milligrams every other day, and increase the dose of anastrozole to 1 milligram. It seemed like estradiol should have decreased, while testosterone would remain unchanged. But the result was as follows. Estradiol was twice as high as the upper limit of the norm. At this stage, it became clear that my hormonal system falls into the type where lowering estradiol decreases SHBG and increases testosterone, and increasing testosterone leads to a rise in estradiol, a kind of vicious circle. In this case, it was necessary to replace anastrozole with a more powerful drug, letrozole. After several steps, I reached a satisfying result. My effective dosage is 2.5 milligrams of letrozole, and here's the result. My testosterone is above the normal range. I do not recommend doing this, but in my case, it is acceptable. Conclusion. The fundamental things for increasing testosterone are overcoming challenges, maintaining a normal body fat percentage, exercise, sleep, vitamins, and proper nutrition. When it comes to supplements, it's difficult to highlight just one that will work for everyone. However, a reasonably effective one can be recommended based on hormone analysis. A competent doctor can calmly prescribe you clomiphene, cabergoline, anastrozole, something specific, or a combination of these if your testosterone is below normal and you're not 50 years old. If a doctor says everything is fine, but you feel something's off, switch doctors. You'll know when it's time to change. With a reasonable approach, increasing testosterone turns out to be quite easy. Well, I hope this episode lived up to its title. Good luck and see you soon.